Charlie's been sleeping on the floor, and honestly, I'm not completely sure there's anything else I can offer anymore. Wyatt's done made his record, balanced hobbies and college lectures, and I think that's a whole lot better than any song about girls and letters. I used to be sure of myself, but I got a little lost in the city. Look, I used to think I didn't need help. Gosh, Carly G, is it me or is it getting hot in this house? You think I would've peaked by now? I used to be sure of myself too. But Charlie's still sleeping on the floor, and it's pushing me to want more, whether that's a number one or something of that sort. And Wyatt's done changed his major just so we can finish this record, and I think that's a whole lot better than any song about girls and letters. I used to be sure of myself, but at some point I stunted my growth, and I honestly don't think of myself as someone who's anything more than mediocre or average at best. I'm just a little more honest than the rest. I used to be sure of myself too. The odds are at odds, maybe it's all a plan. Right now I'm feeling so scammed, it's like a trick I can't land. I'll just keep kicking the can. My dad's still smoking his weed, Mom joined a pyramid scheme, and I can barely believe how far the top is from me. Another dot in the box, right now I feel like a prop. Another tick in the clock, got to the door and it's locked. Cause Joseph's flight, he's coming in the morning, so I might have to fake what's going on and inflate another mattress on my floor. In the off chance it might have to bounce me forward, and then maybe I can kick down the door and break a limb, since sacrifice means more. The odds are at odds, and of that I am sure. The odds are at odds, maybe it's all a plan. Right now I'm feeling so scammed, it's like a trick I can't land. I'll just keep kicking the can. My dad's still smoking his weed, I'm joined a pyramid scheme, and I can barely believe how far the top is from me. Another dot in the box, right now I feel like a prop. Another tick in the clock, got to the door and it's locked.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That was great, man. I don't even have to like lie and say it's good. I was like, damn, that's fucking good, man.
You good?
Yeah, bro.
Jump in. Yeah, Philip, David Russell. You just David Russell, right?
Just David Russell. My father's
David
Phil.
Russell. Welcome to another episode of the People's Mic. I am Jimmy Peoples with the amazing
Bill Beteet.
Bill Mother effing Beteet. We here. We showed up. The universe works, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna send you this dope dude. He's playing out." Just
Playing outside.
Just playing outside.
On Bleecker
I was
Street.
Like, come on. Yo,
This is, you gotta move this away from you because it's like trippy. You're watching the delay of everything that's happening. So like,
On the phone.
yeah,
right.
it's like a bad superpower. Like, oh, you're not able to see the future. You're just able to see the past 6 seconds ago.
I think that'd be really traumatic for like
Yeah.
a lot of people.
you can't stop anything.
Yeah, just watching like just oh my god.
That's how you get. I am a bit of an empath. I was like something. You ever do that deja vu?
Well, yeah.
Where sometimes you'll see something like a pen drop, and then you'll be able to catch it, and then sometimes you'll see it and it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Like that shit happens all the time.
No, that happened with me last night. Like I was outside and I was like, oh shit, I'm having deja vu. And then this lady came up and asked the same thing that I knew she was gonna ask, and I was like, fuck, bro. Yeah, I don't even want to write down my dreams because I feel like that kind of happens a lot. So I just don't.
I write. So I haven't been writing down recently, but I used to just write down. I used to have the pen and pad.
Yeah.
And write everything down. Like I had a weird one the other night. It was. I think I died in another unit. I don't know where it was.
Yeah.
Or what I was watching, but I was like kicking guys down like a stairwell.
Yeah.
Like we started a fight somewhere. We were like in this little room, and like these. I don't know if they were a gang, but like these guys kept coming up, and I was kicking them down the stairwell. And one fat dude was he came in, he started monologuing. He was like, yeah, back in the day, and he was just talking shit, and I was trying to hit him while he was talking, but he was like dodging real cool.
Like,
I was
like kneel
no,
and
no,
shit?
just lean back, and I was like, I can't hit this guy.
Yeah.
And then he was like, and he handed me like a flask, like a cool black flask.
Yeah.
He just handed it to me,
Yeah.
and then when I started twisting it, he put a gun in my chest. And I didn't, like, he caught, it's like an old guy, 52 fake out.
Yeah.
Like, he handed me the flask, and then he distracted me
Yeah.
with the flask and put the gun in my chest.
Damn.
And I was like, oh, you fucking got me.
Yeah.
And I was like, I gotta go for the gun. So I swiped, and then I
Oh,
woke
shit.
up. I was like, he shot me.
Dude.
He definitely shot me.
Yeah,
And I can't wake up now. I was like, I want to go back. I need a do-over. I was like,
Dude,
fuck.
that's a great opening scene to a movie, honestly, dude.
Yeah.
Like, and like,
12 hours earlier.
yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what it
12
was.
hours earlier.
I was kicking these dudes. I was knocking them out. They was like falling down. It was like a round staircase.
Oh, I mean, like, specifically, like, the last part, I just
Yeah.
think is so interesting. Like, somebody hands you a flask,
Yeah.
and then, like, just holds it.
He was still talking. He was just like, yeah, man, yeah. And he gave me the flask. And then as I grabbed the flask, he put the gun in my chest.
Oh,
And I was
man.
like, I looked down. I was like, oh, you fucking got me.
Dude, yeah, I just think, like, that's just such a, that's a
dope-
scene,
it's
right?
a scene. It was a movie. I was like, damn, I died somewhere.
Dude. Do you believe your dreams are connected to another
I
universe?
think sometimes when it feels that real,
Yeah.
like the walls felt real, and
Yeah.
me kicking the guys down felt real.
Yeah.
It felt real as shit. It was like, and then as soon as I woke up, as soon as it was like, just like I woke up, I was like, I
Yeah.
can't go back to sleep. Like, you know,
That's crazy.
that's I mean, that's how death is, right?
Yeah.
It's not. There's no. You know. Go ahead.
I think with the deja vu thing, so I've been, like I said, we were just talking before this. I was on Bleecker Street and I came in and I was like, yeah. And I was talking about that girlfriend from Bed-Stuy, right?
Yeah.
She's obsessed with sriracha hot sauce.
Yeah.
And so one of these days, she lines up 5 hot sauces, like it's like from her aunties and shit. Never eat your girlfriend's aunties.
Oh, homemade hot sauce. That's right.
I'm a white guy from Nashville.
Never
Only
eat-
thing I
never-
ever have
that's
is
the
hot
thing,
chicken.
Never eat auntie's hot sauce.
And have auntie's hot sauce. You better be prepared for this.
Yeah.
Because for days, it's not even like I won't.
Wait,
go
what
into-
ethnicity is she?
She's a black woman from Bed-Stuy.
Okay.
5'9", cute as hell, rides a skateboard. She's a cute girl.
Yeah.
I'm in love with her.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Black auntie? I don't know.
Is she Caribbean?
she's not Caribbean. Her dad's from Trinidad.
Okay.
Her
yeah.
mom is probably. I think her mom's. So her grandma is dad's from Virginia. So she's So they're all like American in that regard. But her dad's from Trinidad. But they don't really talk about it. But so she doesn't like. She just said that she's just black.
Okay.
But with sriracha sauce, so she'll open up the cabinet one time. She opened it up and like the sriracha just fell and she caught it caught it. And
girlfriend
so
or-
the girlfriend.
Girlfriend.
Well, then her dreams. She'll have these dreams about. I don't even know. So like, there would be. It would be. It's like they're really like they're there. Like I don't know. Like they're very vivid. Yeah, vivid's the word. And like she'll be like, yeah, well, and she's bisexual, right? And so she'll be like sitting up. She'll be cuddled up with this girl, and like in the dream, and then I'm there, and then like she's just saying like, and I just wanted to apologize to you for me doing that to you in my dream, and then I'll be like, this is just bizarre.
Yeah.
And then so like I feel like, and then you with this dude, I feel like there's some like there's some things you need to like take out with this guy that gave you a flask or whatever.
I don't. He's just a big dude. I never saw him before.
Did you see him again? Is
No.
my question. So that's
I don't know. the flask was dope. It was like a porcelain, like a black porcelain top. I was like, that's fucking dope. So I was like, I opened it for. I was like, oh, he got me.
Bro, yeah, man.
He got me. And the gun was like a I don't know, like a fucking big as shit.
Oh, it wasn't a 9. It was like
no, it was not. It was like it was a revolver.
Oh shit!
It was
Like a
Oh,
357.
yeah,
How do you know all these guns? What's up with you?
Bro.
What are you doing with all these guns right now?
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
like
yeah,
a-
yeah.
What are you doing?
Hey, Jimmy, I got
Where are these guns coming from?
No, I spent some time in Texas.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure. That's what it
I
is.
just watched a lot of
I
movies.
know where you from the Bronx.
The Bronx, you see some shit? Nobody has a regular gun in the Bronx. It's like
No.
it's like
Yeah.
it's like, why do you have that? Like, where do you buy that from? Like, that's
There's like 3 decimals at the end of it. It's gonna be like
only cops have like 9mm. Everybody else has fucking shit from
Their
the future.
fist.
the dirt bike
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking,
A large
it's
machete.
ridiculous.
on the 4-wheeler.
Yeah.
No, but it was weird. It was they were like not bounces, but I don't know if we were just comics talking in a room,
Yeah.
and we were just shooting the shit, and then just guys kept coming in the room. I don't even know what the beef was about, but I just kept knocking them down. I was like, fuck it, we gotta kick these guys out. As soon as I started kicking them down, they were like flipping down the stairwell. It was like a round stairwell, and I was just kicking them. You know how you come in the door, and there's that scene where you shoot a guy on the side of his face? I was just hitting them and then kicking them down. So it was like, as soon as they poked their head in, I would punch them and then kick them down the steps. Just kick them down the stairwell, and they would just fall.
Bro, it sounds like you loaded a video game in your head last night. That's because like it even seems like they moved like NPCs and shit.
It's like one at a time.
Yeah. What?
I might have been, but yeah.
I had a block supervisor who had a sword, and he would fight like homeless people that would like dig through the trash. And he said that one time there was NYU kids having a party up on our roof, and he went all the way up the roof, and they got in a fight, and so he started throwing them down the stairwell. And then one of the times he fell down the middle of it.
Yeah.
And he looked down, he got back up to fight him, and he's just like, man, like my leg hurts. And he looked down, and his ankles like and his legs like through. Yeah, no, it's like those bones are like through each other,
Oh.
and like there's like a cross up, and this is what his leg looks like. And so that was my block too. Who was crazy. I used to sell him like little rolls of marijuana,
Yeah.
like for
Okay.
like $12.
Man, I don't know.
Bro, no, number one, I just think what's interesting, to tie it back to these dreams,
Right.
Like, with your girlfriend, Jimmy with the older pimp-esque revolver man, is
It was
that
like big worm. It was like a big worm. Like just a big dude, no neck.
no neck. Yeah.
He just cool as hell. It's like
Talk
southern.
slow.
Yeah, talk slow. Hey man, you don't need. Yeah, back in the day, you just tell him
Yeah.
just monologue.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna catch him while he's talking.
Yeah.
He's just like, yeah. And then they said this some shit. Tell me a story. And I was like, I wish I could remember the story.
Because your brain made that person.
Yeah.
And and so that's the weird part is like every person you're interacting with is also like you. So that and like that's the funny part is like the whole even the ground. You said you're kicking them downstairs. You're also the stairs.
That's so weird. Like,
Right?
That's too much. Just
Right?
Too much for my brain.
yeah.
Constantly on decline is what he's saying.
Yeah, but like that, the stairs. It's just interesting that when you think of like your brain had to build literally all
Everything.
of this, everything.
Built the whole
So it
environment.
had to have like who's that guy? Because he's not me.
Yeah.
The guy I'm talking to isn't the guy making the dreams.
Yeah.
So who's that guy? Like who is the person in you who's making your dreams? Right? Like
I think I ate something spicy. I had to eat when I
Yeah,
used to
aunties.
I used to eat
That's your aunties. That's what it was.
sriracha.
It wasn't auntie sriracha. Hand sriracha. That's not what I'm saying.
I used to eat spicy food on purpose when I was younger.
Yeah.
Because they said it used to make your dreams vivid.
You liked the way you made your butt feel. That's what it was.
Nah, not the way my butt. You like that sriracha butt feeling.
Yeah, you like that little tickle you got.
No.
The little tickle, dude.
You're ridiculous. No, and I don't know what I ate that. I don't know.
You had some cheese or
I
something.
think I had spaghetti with hot sauce. I don't know what I had, but that shit was. I don't know what about hot pepper makes your dreams that
yeah.
vivid, but it was. I was like, God damn.
Do you drink?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I manifest myself.
No. So, I mean, like sometimes I'll remember the dreams and stuff like that, and other times I don't. I used to lucid dream for a bit in college, and That was cool. It made me realize I don't want to be a god with the ultimate power. That shit is a lot of work. You have to literally make all the stuff that you interact
You're
with.
always on that. I was like, you know what, God? I don't know God.
No, dude, it's work. It's
no,
fun, yeah.
I just want to be comfortable.
Yeah.
You know, I want to, I want to have good food and
Yeah.
A little bit of aunties.
yeah,
Yeah.
good problems, a little bit of auntie's
And
hot
a little
sauce.
bit of auntie.
Good auntie's hot sauce.
Yeah.
I don't want it to, blow my butt up or
But
nothing.
then-
It's just
Yeah.
pleasant. I want to be pleasant.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
What made you move to New York?
Well, maybe we're in New York City. Sheesh. I would say. I think that I like the hustle aspect of it. I had a show in Williamsburg. It was like a radio thing because I released some single and it went like viral on a couple forums.
How old are you?
I'm 21. But yeah, when I was like 17, I had I would post a lot in like Reddit, like singer-songwriter Reddits, and and
Got fans.
anyway, and I wonder if this is my
One day we're gonna have an audience here. I'm manifesting it.
Oh, tomorrow we're gonna have an audience. Yeah, we're having a
You
show.
have a show.
Yeah, we have a show tomorrow.
Okay, tell your story.
But yeah, but I had a show in Williamsburg, and I like the walkability of New York City, I guess, and I love that there's a lot of really kids come out of here, like the Strokes. The 2000 scene was pretty dope musically. Bob Dylan, obviously, Bruce Springsteen was like my god. So I don't know. I'm a little bit more of an East Coast guy for right now. I don't know,
Yeah.
but LA is pretty dope. A lot of my friends moved there.
Yeah.
But I think that it is kind of like probably New York, Nashville, or LA, but I left Nashville, so.
Yeah, and I don't know. I don't like LA. I'm a pretty anti LA person, but that's dope that you had that viral video and stuff like that.
It wasn't super viral. Yeah, it wasn't even a video. It was just an MP3. Yeah, it was an MP3 on SoundCloud and
How long you been playing?
too long. I've been playing since I was 11. I wrote some song in 4th grade for some girl, and she didn't like it. And so
What
she
was
told
her
me to play
name?
Christian
Oh,
Minor. Yeah, she told me to play it every day.
Everybody has that one
every day
girl.
until it got good. And so
she motivated. She's like, keep at it.
Well, what she said was yeah, just play it every day until it's good enough, and then eventually it'll be good enough.
Yeah.
And so I spent all summer long working on this. It's from 4th grade, elementary school to middle school, and then when we came back in middle school, she had another boo, so it was all for nothing. You know?
Another what?
Another boo, another boyfriend.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't as short as I was, but he was wasn't as good looking as I was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think short kings,
Yeah,
to all short kings out there, you still,
Yeah.
play guitar, man.
Yeah.
It'll work.
But that's everybody has that one.
The muse.
Yeah, the muse.
The muse.
that started it.
It's weird. Women. I went through a little thing where I was like, dude, how do I motivate myself outside of the concept of women? You know what I'm saying? Because it's been so compelling for most of my life. Even if I'm a lawyer, I've done all these other shit in life and stuff. All of that is also a transaction.
You're a lawyer?
Yeah, I'm a lawyer.
What the fuck?
He's
Yeah.
loaded.
Judgment.
That's pretty cool.
Did you hear his tone?
Yeah, I was like, damn, bro, let that Nashville out, bro.
You're the
I gotta respect you.
You respect
You were
me.
just outside playing music.
You're a lawyer?
You're a lawyer?
Yeah.
I'm a lawyer. No, I was no.
Yeah, but no.
I'm excited for you though. I love when you say you're a lawyer. I was because I wish I had the fortitude to do the boring shit. Just to sit down and just finish.
Was
You
it
know?
boring?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
boring.
good.
It's very boring.
Studying?
Yeah.
I was never a good student.
Dude, and that's the thing is I'm realizing I need to work more on that too, that fortitude that you're talking
Yeah.
about, that industriousness of just taking things and then and part of me thinks about it like this is when you are really industrious, you tend to be also less happy. So it's also when you're whatever, that's also a way of being happy, right? Laziness is enlightenment in some way. But
Is
then in some way, if you're well, Yeah, but then the thing is, if you're capable of more, and that starts to be the new standard, without your own interaction, then you just have to do more. But I think dudes like you, dudes like me, it's I feel I don't need to do more for me. I want to do more for other people.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's me, I'm happy with a little bit.
Through COVID, dude, I found out. I knew the type of person I wanted to be.
Yeah.
But everybody was watching Netflix, and there was a documentary on what is his name, Clarence. is the godfather of soul. Oh fuck! I hate that I'm messing up his name, but he was just a rainmaker. He was a guy who found money for artists, and he was like, his quote was like, "It's all about the numbers."
Yeah.
And he was like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna make money for other people."
Yeah.
You know? And that's what he's known for, just putting people on
Yeah.
and finding opportunities for people. I was like, that is the lane that I want.
Yes.
You know, just to be like, yo, if the door's not open for you, I can kick that door open
Yeah.
and just come on in. Let's make this shit happen.
Exactly.
And that's it. That's all I want to be known for. Like,
Exactly.
if I can get on stage and be in front of some people sometimes, you know, but I'm not the funniest guy. I bomb more than I get a laugh, but I like putting people on.
Yeah.
I love being like, yo, I got a stage. Let's fucking make some shit happen.
1,000,000%,
You know?
and that's why you're such a great facilitator. You know, like while we're all here, but also like you know, the
Hello.
free mics and all that stuff is just like this massive like connecting and adding value. Because one of the things I do think virality does is it ends up we end up like always thinking about things in terms of like views and how many people, and it kind of like alienates us from that. They're all people,
Yeah.
right? But like there's something about these moments where it's just like you could summarize this as 3 people in a bar, but it's also like literally what makes life worth living.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like when I woke up today, I was like, my energy was low, man.
Yeah.
I was like, I guess the universe not working. I was like, but it always works out.
Exactly.
You know, I was like, I saw him out in front. I was like, I didn't think anybody was coming.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, come on, hang out. Everybody was like, no, I'm not coming. And then he was out playing music, and I was like,
And they're great songs, dude.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, I knew as soon as I saw you,
Yeah.
I was like, he's doing a podcast.
Yeah.
He's jumping on
Yeah.
it. He can't have him out in front of just the bar.
Do you do this full time? Like,
Drop a music. Yeah, right now, I actually just got an interview for Tacos for Bagel on back when your old hood on Avenue A. Yeah, Tacos for Bagels, like that
Yeah.
spot. But yeah, and so I was gonna just do the morning there.
You're gonna fucking kill
Yeah,
it.
morning shift
You're-
there. Well, no,
Yeah.
maybe. I want to get back to like school, and I completed like a couple applications to like I did like Brooklyn College and a couple other stuff. But I need to retake my SAT, ACT, and then I would need to fill out the FAFSA again and stuff like that. So it's just been a little back burner. But
That's
I've been playing
life.
here like maybe
Even more,
2 or 3
right?
times a week
that's awesome.
for like 3 or 4 months now.
Absolutely. That's
It's been cool.
Yeah. What made you want to go back to college?
So I would want to do like pre-law or education. That's just kind of been like I would do it for the community aspect of it, probably more so than anything else. Not necessarily for like a degree, but I would do it for more of the connective, like, oh, I know this guy because we went to school together. You know what I mean? Probably just more like the community aspect, and then so it's like kind of another person that has my record.
Yeah.
And another thing is it'd be cool to be able to have another job that I can just do stuff that I want to do. Like I don't have to make the decision to jump the turnstile and so I can get a bagel with cream cheese, or you know what I mean, like you know what I mean, like I have to. Right now, I have to choose things like that. You know what I mean, or like it was Courtney's birthday the other day, and that's my brother. That's my
brother.
Yes, let him in. But yeah, and so it was her birthday the other day.
If Evan was here, I'd tell him to let him in.
Yeah, I'll have to head out here soon. But yeah. Anyway, and so I have to like choose like shoes or skateboard deck. Why did I not get her both? You know what I mean? So
Have you thought about doing sales?
I did sales. I did. Yeah, we did. And so it was cool. My thing is just it's a little. I think that I don't like the acting of it.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm like integrity, and that tires me out.
Yeah.
It really, really tires me out.
I can
Do you
understand
teach
that.
guitar?
No, no, I don't. But because I'm not qualified for that. That guy out there, that's Michael. Yeah, we're gonna go jam at the park like right now, actually. But
Jam in the park.
yeah,
Yeah. There's a lot of people out tonight or today.
Hell yeah.
that's what we're doing.
Yeah,
So
jamming
yeah, I'll dip a little bit. But yeah, I'll dip like right now. But anyway,
Yeah.
it was good meeting you guys. But yeah, no, I didn't teach guitar. I taught a couple of my friends how to write a song, but I feel like I'm also not qualified. I'm not better than a lot of people that are just
You'd be
starting.
surprised.
So.
Yeah, dude. Sometimes it's the Dunning-Kruger effect is really real on the second half too. Like you're immensely. So Dunning-Kruger effect is like so the least competent people actually have the most confidence because they're unaware of how much they don't know. But as you gain more and more proficiency in something, you end up realizing that the sphere of things that you don't know is actually bigger and bigger. So a lot of specialists wrongly believe that they actually, or have the feelings that they're not confident in anything. And that's because the more you study anything, the more questions you have.
Right.
And so, but that also applies to skill set too, where it's like, you're really great at guitar. That's like inarguable, like those, just hearing you sing earlier and stuff like that. So
You
it's
know
like,
what you're doing.
You know, man.
There's kids that are
It's a
like,
little sauce.
This
Yeah.
kids,
A little
parents got
aunties.
kids,
Yeah.
and they were like, they just want to teach them, you know,
Right.
teach them the
Yeah.
basics, and they're
Right.
playing fucking
Yeah.
crazy.
It's just I don't know. I think that right now I just want to I want to write stuff,
Yeah.
make records.
yeah.
And while I have kind of like that youthful flexibility to do that, where somebody's just like, oh, you don't make 60 grand a year right now, that's fine because you're 21. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm kind of like rocking with it
Yeah.
until, you know, I'm gonna have a little bit of until I, you know, I have to mature out and
Yeah.
I have to choose.
Yeah.
Right now I feel like I'm doing it.
Yeah,
So that's cool.
You're doing it with Michael.
Dude, Mikey.
Yeah.
All right, but anyway,
He's good. Get out of here.
it's been real, man. Thank you.
Say your name again.
David Russell.
David Russell.
Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night at the Bitter End.
9 p.m.
We're just hanging out. That's how it happens.
Yeah.
Tell them if you guys want to come back, we'll get you back.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right?
Absolutely.
We'll be here every Friday, 3 o'clock.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's crazy how that happens.
Yeah, man.
Bill, what's up?
Dude, nothing much, man. Just chilling, man. That just, you know, we were just talking about this. Just came back from doing the food truck stuff. Had an experience earlier this week where I was just like, be more for people, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like that. I was like, you know, because like you and I, you know, we've had a lot of success in dating. We talked about this stuff on the podcast. Like you've done cool things and everything like that. But like, it's really been hitting me lately where it's like it's not about your story.
No.
It's like
It's about what you do.
and the people you assist like being a facilitator, because it just, you end up changing people's lives.
Yeah.
Like literally the second anybody moves to do something that you're doing, you've changed their life.
Yeah.
Right? And it's like it's about being that positive kind of impact, you know.
Yeah, so I don't know. So sometimes it feels like you're not doing enough.
Yes.
You know?
Constantly.
And
Like that's what that
if
voice
I'm
said.
still, I'm like, there's more I can do.
Yes.
But it's like, how do I get to that level? You know.
Yeah.
It was like, what do you want me to do? I don't know. There's no way I could just, I don't know, be just a 9 to 5, and you know, it just exists.
No,
You know?
because if you had to watch that shit again, like like I thought about what happens if you had to watch your life over again after
Yeah.
when you died, and I was like, man, like I'm not happy with how I spent the last 3 years. If I'm telling you that, like I'm happy with what I've done in this physical like world and shit, like,
No.
but I'm not happy with how I've been living.
No.
Right? Like, and there's a like, cause like I've been. There's kind of like a thing where it's like everybody's trying to do the least amount. Why am I saying everybody? Me.
Yeah.
I try to do the least amount. I am constitutionally lazy, and so that I want to more regularly push myself to a place where I'm going out to do things, where I'm inconveniencing myself, because that's life. You know, that like it's not about the comfort is the vacation after effort.
Yeah.
You know, like you fucking have a hard ass workout. Nothing feels better.
I was in the gym. I want to say that. Yeah, the gym was mostly empty, right?
Yeah.
I'm in the gym and I was doing the leg extension.
Yeah.
Over here, and there's another dude. I don't know what his sexual what is he into, but he came in and he was doing the adductor
Yeah.
machine like right next to me. I was like, this is weird, isn't it? Like if we just kick it out. It was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I was like, I feel awkward right now.
Dude, that's patriarchy, bro. Like,
I was like, what's happening right now? It was like, it's a whole gym.
no, yeah, I feel weird whenever people come to. No, actually, I don't like because it's weird, you know, because you're at a boxing gym, right?
Yeah, no, this is a box gym. I'm not gonna say the name.
No, okay,
Rhymes with ink.
okay, oh, okay, yeah. So I know, I'm familiar with the type of gym. It's just always. I feel like there's like sometimes no. If you have a machine you want to do, you just do it. I just hate doing that next to a woman. Like,
Yeah, definitely hit next to a
yeah,
woman.
yeah,
I
because
was
like I don't want her thinking like I'm like on some side.
that is my second least favorite exercise. The other one is the hip thruster.
Oh yeah. Oh dude,
When you make
bro,
eye contact, I'm
yeah.
like, why? You fucking thrust it right in front of me, and then mad at me because we make eye contact.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck. Fuck! Why
No,
don't do? Ah!
Oh, I thought you were talking about the other way. I hate being seen doing the hip thruster. I think
No.
everybody hates when anybody looks at them doing the hip
Yeah,
thruster.
I absolutely.
Because you
There,
look so
there can't
vul-
be anybody in the gym.
No.
Like
No, you barely do the hip thrusters every time because
Absolutely.
like cause it just puts you in such a vulnerable situation. Like why do I I'm like ugh,
Yeah.
ugh, and like everyone's like judging your stroke game and shit. Low key.
low key.
Low key.
It's like, oh, you got weak.
Yeah, you can't win. You can fucking struggle in here with them.
And if you're not lifting the heaviest shit,
Yeah.
it's like you look weak.
Yeah.
It's like oh, you only got one plate on there. You can't hip thrust with like 600 pounds.
No, you ain't already doing 1,000 pounds. Yeah, like oh my
like,
god.
No, nobody. What? You think man? I don't know.
That's been the weird part about lifting again. As someone who used to lift, I would say moderately heavy, 450 plus deadlift, you know, deep 3 plates or almost 4 plates on squat, and 285 on bench.
You muscle hitting right now.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Hey, clean. No, but I just wanted to be specific for the people. But like when
My squat is terrible. My bench is terrible.
it's hard to keep them up, dude. I honestly don't feel like I'm being good to my body whenever I'm doing that. Like, but I want to get back into powerlifting because I also it's like kickboxing and powerlifting, they kind of a little bit at odds because one of them you're supposed to be like limber and like
flexible.
Yeah, flexible, and then like powerlifting. I mean, they're probably essentially the same principles. I'm just not good at either.
Yeah.
So it's that's the hard part is that I'm a bad powerlifter and an even worse kickboxer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got no interest in getting hit in my head. Like, I have too
no.
many concussions. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't need to, I don't need to spar anymore.
No.
I could be on the bag and that's it.
Yeah.
I just want to be on the bag. I want to be on
The mitts.
The mitts.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't need to be in the ring. I have nothing to prove to anybody.
No.
Except for that guy in my dream. But
Yeah, and you get him next time because he caught you slipping, bro. Like, but that's it.
Oh man. Hey, that was.
He manufactured your slip. That's the craziest part. You weren't even slipping, bro. Like that's the crazy part. You tried to knock this dude out just at the start, and the dude was just better. The dude was like an agent.
Yeah, he was better. He had more experience.
Yeah.
He was, and it's something because I do it when I talk to younger people.
Mm.
He just had the experience over me.
Yep.
And I was like, I don't know. I'm gonna research it, see what the fuck it meant.
Yeah.
It got me. It was just I haven't had a dream like that in a minute.
Yeah. No.
It was like
Where it
just be
captures
aware.
your yeah. Well, I mean, also like in many ways, it's cool that you are a wise guy to like younger people. Do you notice like in your resurgence from the pandemic, what do you think is different about Jimmy Peoples before the pandemic and Jimmy Peoples after the pandemic?
I don't believe in good and bad days. I believe in character building days.
Yeah.
And what I went through the pandemic was character building. It just build resilience and just the ability to pay attention.
Can you talk about like what's the experience?
Like I was in a homeless hotel.
Mm-hmm.
So through the pandemic, so I had to deal with like shitty people and just being patient with shitty people and just seeing how the system was treating black men.
Yeah.
There were people on the essential on the front lines, but black men, black people, there were black families and a couple of Latinos, but black men were like under the rug of the front lines.
Yeah.
And it was like they treated us like shit. It was they were like, here, sit here until this shit calms down.
Yeah.
But luckily I have like mental fortitude where I didn't stop progressing. I didn't stop trying to build myself.
Yeah.
Trying to.
What were some of the stuff you did to build yourself?
I was reading a lot. I trying to build my businesses.
Yeah.
Writing. I completely went away from comedy.
Yeah.
I didn't. Everybody. So I was watching everybody grow, and I was like just building my shit until I was ready to come back.
Yeah.
And
when did you feel like you were ready to come back? When did the whispers of that time?
when they told me I was going to get an apartment. When there was little hope. It felt hopeless, but I knew things were moving in my favor.
Yeah.
It was like, because I knew why I went into it. Because I asked the universe to show me how to, there was something I I wanted like a to show me how to build like a wellness center.
Yeah.
The one in my head.
Yeah.
For live performers. Like there's
Mm.
no place for live performers to go during the pandemic. And I knew I had that idea before the pandemic, where I wanted a place where people could travel and do shit, you know. And it showed me when I went to this place. I was like, there was a structure there that they weren't taking advantage of. They just had a place for men to go. They didn't have anything for them to do. They didn't have resources or anything. They were just like, just be here, you know. And I was like, it showed me that it's possible for me to build the thing in my head. So
That's amazing, man.
so hopefully, you know, it'll come to fruition.
Yeah.
You know, but I know it's possible.
Yeah.
You know? And I've never said that on podcast before, but yeah, I mean, yeah. As soon as we got you an apartment, and I was like, all right, maybe I should. I feel like there's funny in me again. You know,
Yeah.
I need to talk about some of the shit that happened while I was in this place.
Yeah.
Because you know, I mean, because as you're going through it, it's painful. It's like
Yeah.
this shit is. It wasn't physically painful because I was still going to the gym. I was working out. I was eating
Yeah.
fairly good. There, you know, guys were like, "How do you eat so good?" I was like, "I learned how to eat good being poor." It's like,
Yeah.
like I knew, like that was my like I was eating shit for a while.
Yeah.
You know, so you learn how to adjust to and I hate how good I was at being poor. You know, and I was like, I flipped it and made it work, and I was like, how do I eat good and save money?
Yeah.
You know, in this city, you know, and I learned that. You know, I was going to different places, and you know,
Yeah.
yeah, that's it.
I mean, dude, but like, just the fortitude to make it through that time, and like, honestly,
Yeah.
there's like a lot of stigma and stuff too. So like, did you have any like grappling with any of that stuff whenever you were at like this hotel?
Yeah, the whole time, just the stress, being. You know, I hated that because here's the weird thing. Before the pandemic, I stayed in the same hotel with a girl, like out of town. It's like it was like that would fuck with me. I was like, it was like a foreshadowing. It's like I was with her, and then we were in the same hotel. Now I'm living in this hotel. I was like, that was weird, you know.
Yeah.
And, I don't know. And I don't know. I was like, shitty people could ruin a good experience. Like they were like, it was just supposed to be like a COVID hotel.
Yeah.
You know, but there were a lot of shady people there. There was a lot of, you know. That's it.
Yeah. But is there any like particular like shady person, like any like interaction you had, or was it? Just...
I had 2 fights there.
Really?
Yeah, I had knocked two like they didn't separate mentally ill people from people who they were like guys overdosing. Like 12, I counted 12 guys that overdosed and died while I was there.
What?
2 in the room with me. Two guys in the room. They just came and got him. After the second guy died, I was like, I slept like a baby. I was like,
Holy shit.
they just came and got him. They were like, you gotta leave the room for a minute. They wrapped him up and moved him out. You know?
Yeah.
And it was like, and they brought in another guy. It was like, you know, as long as they stood on their side, I was like, do your thing, I'm doing mine, don't touch my shit.
Yeah. How many guys were in there?
In the room, two at a time.
Two at a
So it was
time.
me and another guy. And like, when they transition you in, they put you through. Like the first, I was in like a. It was like a refugee camp. When the beginning process
Yeah.
to see where they're going. It was like a week. I was like, I didn't think I was going to be there more than 2 weeks. I thought I was going to, you know, get a job and be.
Yeah.
You know, but then COVID was like, nah, everything's shut. And
Yeah.
you're not going nowhere. And they would put you. They were like. You're mentally sound, so we're gonna get you a room in a hotel or whatever. So, but some guys just stayed in that like armory, and that's a nightmare. I don't wish that on anybody, you know, because these are guys in gangs. It's like general population in prison.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't wish that on any human being, you know.
Wow,
And-
dude.
And that's crazy that people have to go through that.
Yeah.
Because I was like, how do you get out of that? You know,
No,
there's no
yeah.
process. There's nobody like, hey, we're gonna set you up with the system, and we're gonna get you here and do this and do that. It was like, fuck you. We're gonna put you in this room, Good
Yeah.
luck.
And once people put you in a box, it's very hard
Yeah.
for them to break out of it.
Absolutely.
I mean, homie, right here. Whenever I said I'm a lawyer,
Yeah.
like, dude, like,
Absolutely.
you and like imagine like, you know, like okay, now you maybe experience street homelessness and also like you don't know how to represent yourself
Yeah.
well,
Absolutely.
and you don't even know what you're doing wrong sometimes.
No.
That's the thing with a lot of those
And
people.
people put you in there, so it's
Yeah.
like, I don't
Mentally,
know.
yeah.
mentally you're there.
Yeah.
And that's like
How did you keep that out? Like, how did you? Like, you've done a bunch of cool stuff. You're a valuable person, but like, kind of being in the space where you kind of maybe have to prove that you're a valuable person very quickly.
because I knew that I had to get myself out of that situation.
Yeah.
Because I've been low in variations.
Yeah.
Of I don't say call it homelessness. You
Yeah.
know, you're couch surfing.
Yeah.
You're in college.
Yeah.
You're at this like for the first half of my life.
Mm.
You know, so it was like I gotta end this cycle. You
Mm.
know, and I felt like this was the top part of ending that cycle. you know,
Wow.
and I feel like I had to do it myself.
Yeah.
You know, I couldn't be like, yo, can I? I've been doing that. That didn't work. You know, I gotta build a business. I gotta make sure it's profitable,
Mhm.
and I gotta make sure I never get into this situation again.
Yeah.
You know, and I have to do it myself so I know how
Yeah.
to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like, and that's the character building part of it.
A
you
million
know?
percent. And you've always been a person who's like I've talked about your character with other people, like because of like you and it being an exemplar of it, like you know waking up at 3:30 in the morning,
Yeah.
being extremely dependable.
And that part, like that's like a switch. Like by sleeping,
Yeah.
it was like a superpower there because usually I would just sleep just to get the days over with.
Yeah.
But then if a guy was an asshole, like there was one guy that he was just mentally off.
Yeah.
You know, he would fuck with the air. So it was like he would turn the air on and I would turn it off. And we'd do this all night. And we just flip the switch. He was like, all right, you're gonna do that, I'm gonna do that. You're gonna do that, I'm gonna do that. But then it was like, if I don't take like a sleeping pill, I won't sleep.
Yeah.
So he doesn't know that I'm like on now. I'm
Yeah.
up, so I can play this game all night.
Yeah.
When you fall asleep, I can fuck you up.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, I guess I'm not sleeping tonight.
Wow.
And I could just be up. And he was like, yo, I'm tired. I was like, this is the game you want to play. I'm a fucking, I'm a python. I would
Yeah.
sit here and I would watch you and I was just up.
Yeah.
You know? And then I broke him and then he just never did it again. He was like, fuck,
Wow.
I don't like this game.
That's
You know?
that's so great. And what's he gonna do? You're fucking built like a
Yeah,
workout.
he was a skinny dude, skinny
Yeah.
young dude,
Yeah.
just a knucklehead. And I was like, you know,
Did you build any relationships with people you liked there?
my first roommate was a cool older guy, but he was an alcoholic. He was just cool as shit. Just like, yo, we're here, we just chopped it up, but he kept losing his bed. Like if you just don't come into a certain time, you lose your bed. You know? Yeah, a lot of guys would just lose their bed, you know. And I knew a guy was gonna lose their bed just from their character. I was like, just wait this guy out. You know, I didn't lose my bed. Everybody was cool with me. One of the guys that I knocked out, they were like laughing because it was like, you should watch this video because that was the coolest shit we ever seen.
That's so
It's
crazy.
like, yo, we kept watching that shit back. I was like, this is crazy.
That's crazy.
And,
How did it feel to hit him, and like, what was the aftermath of that like?
I didn't even hit him that hard. I just popped him right in the nose, you know.
Oh.
And I was like, we can keep going if you want to.
Yeah.
and he hit the wall. He just tapped out. He was just like, oh, I'm good. And from
Because
then
the
on,
nose, like for anybody who hasn't been punched in the nose, it fucking hurts.
Absolutely.
You have a very you have a very strange reaction where your eyes fill up with tears a little bit reflexively. It's not. It might not even be from your pain threshold, and there's your vision begins to collapse in on itself, and you feel very disoriented. And if you're not a person who has been in combat, fighting a lot before, you immediately look for someone to step in.
Absolutely.
You immediately are like, where's the adult? Where
it could have got really bad. Like I don't think I've had a fight longer than one punch in a long time. Like if
Wow.
I have to put my hands on you, you've done something wrong.
Really wrong, because
You know?
you've been so patient with so many different things
Yeah.
that I've just seen, and even your like
Especially black men. I was
Yeah.
like, I don't like.
Yeah.
There's got. I'll let you. I'd rather you bitch me than
Yeah.
for us to
get square up.
square up. You know, and you know, every time I'll step back. But if you keep coming, you know,
Yeah,
you definitely got to screw loose.
Yeah.
You know, because everybody's like, yo, we should walk away. I don't want any problems.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
And if there's any, I'll apologize first. You
Yeah.
know, and I don't apologize. There's no, you know, I was like, we fucked up. We fucked up as men.
Yeah.
We can walk away. But if you keep coming,
it eventually can cross over.
if
to
you keep
threshold.
coming,
Yeah. Well, like one of the things that I worry about, and I've been thinking about recently, is that I'm so good with my words that I have a false sense of confidence because I tend to just be in places where people are compelled by language.
Yeah.
But there are other types of environments where people are not compelled by language, and in those environments, I have to be careful. And you know, it's just and part of it is also being able to perceive the world as a person outside of language, because I think words are tyranny. We talked about this earlier, like comedians are weirdos and stuff like that. But that implies normal, right? And there's a lot of shame with being called a weirdo. Like I think Chris was talking about it last time, where he was,
Chris?
yeah,
oh, Keys?
yeah,
Yeah.
and where with people's assumptions and stuff, and that voice, you can have that voice in your head, it can limit you creatively, and part of having the mental fortitude is to not let that voice tell you who you are, but not to not listen. That's the hard part, is you can't let the voice tell you who you are because it's wrong, but at the same time you can't not listen because it's not wrong. And you have to parse it, right? And people often make the mistake where they don't listen to the voice in their head at all. They label it just as anxiety or potentially, and sometimes it is. And this is not about the anxiety disorder, but it is about like.
But sometimes it's right and sometimes it's wrong.
Exactly,
You know?
and you got to parse it.
Yeah.
That's the wisdom.
Yeah.
But the only way for you to really know that is to have courage, right?
Yeah.
To put yourself in situations where you can fail. To really want something too. Like you talking about the businesses and stuff like this. I think comedians, we cheat life sometimes because we have a hack, which is being able to make ourselves laugh about something.
Yeah.
And that hack, at least for me, has allowed me to leave a lot in my gas tank, but lie and say I have nothing left. And that's something I want to change moving forward, but not for me, but like what we were talking about for the other people, because it's just like you always have more you can give, like exactly what you had said earlier.
It was, but now it's just like I was like, do I have the energy to do all this shit? Do I? It's exhausting. Like when you see all the shit in your head, it was like, I know I want to do it, you know. But I was like, it's a lot of work.
Mhm.
It's gonna be a lot of fucking work,
Yeah.
you know. And
A terrifying amount of work.
it's a terrifying amount of work,
Yeah.
you know. All the shit, and it was like when new ideas come, it's like, oh my god. You don't want to say please stop sending me these things, but it's like, how am I gonna
Yeah, dude,
accomplish this?
I have to shut out most of my ideas whenever I'm doing something new. I have to just focus in on doing, first of all, doing the stuff I don't like to do.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I try to do the thing I like to do the most, and I'll do a bunch of it, but then there's like a bottleneck of administrative tasks.
Yeah.
I hired a productivity coach recently.
Yeah.
I'm not in therapy, but I hired a productivity coach. Yeah, I guess that's how I thought about it.
But you need somebody.
The thing was, I feel like with the therapy I had done and other stuff of self-investigation, kind of like what you were talking about during the pandemic, but like a completely different circumstance. But like, I pulled up a lot of things, and like now I just want to be more productive with the new person I am, not so much dig deeper to find out more ways that I'm weak or whatever like that. I'm aware enough. And sorry, it just had Muay Thai was tough. Yeah, I was like,
Yeah, today.
yeah, I had it yesterday, dude. But I went so hard, man, because I basically made an alter ego for myself called Richie Rich. And so anytime I want to give up, I'm like, oh, is that Richie Rich want to give up, bro? Like, because I was like, yeah, because I was like, I've lived a charmed life, and like in that I've not had.
Who comes from money? Your mother or your father?
My dad.
He's black.
Yeah, and so he general counsel for Arco Chemicals, like used to be parties with Prince Charles and Reagan's. Just killed it, and it was a Marine. Just like dude, he was
badass.
Badass. I'm gonna go watch. I'm going back on Sunday to go watch a movie with him.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he's fucking awesome, man. And he's paid for random friends of mine to go to college and shit. Just like has always been like just.
That's fucking dope.
Yeah, like I really, but like the thing is, he has something I don't have, which is that fortitude to have made it through very difficult situations. I have undoubtedly been hardworking in my life, but that kind of industriousness that we're talking about, he was a can-do motherfucker. That's it. And so like to me, I feel like I need to do more stuff in order to be able to be someone like my father. To not just my kids, to literally every fucking person in my life.
Do you aim to be like him, or just to honor him through the things you do?
I look at him as a guiding star, not a mold for me to embody that. And that was the split whenever I decided to not do the law and pursue more stand up and other creative pursuits. That was me breaking away with his legacy, and I think sometimes it hurts him because like not so much that he only wanted me to be this thing. It's just that he sees.
Only child?
No. So I have 5 siblings, but I have 3 older sisters. They're half sisters, and then I have 2 younger adopted sisters from within my family.
Dope.
And
you're the boy.
I'm the boy, and that also made me soft.
Yeah.
It's made like because like I get babied a lot, and so like the thing is like I just have to cultivate a grit that I thought I had. That's the thing, and I wanted to ask whether you've had this as well, because I've been in the gym for so long and done hard workouts undoubtedly, and have a body that looks as if I'm hardworking. I made myself believe that I was a lot more hardworking than I am.
Yeah,
absolutely. You get what I'm saying?
There's definitely, I have a lot of room for growth.
Exactly.
I'm as tough as my experiences, but this way, I've seen dudes that like, that's a fucking bad motherfucker.
Right. Like that really just like pull it and gut it out.
But that's why I joined my fraternity, to get that level of
Sigma, Alpha.
Sigma.
Hey man, Sigma. I'm not a Sigma, but like,
what?
no. But all my roommates, or one of my roommates in college was Sigma, and like I have a ton of Sigma like friends.
Those
I love y'all more than the Alphas, honestly. Like I don't know what it was.
They're all great men. The Alphas have inspired me too.
Yeah.
All the other, I have brothers in all the organizations.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Some of my best, biggest inspirations have been in other fraternities too. But mine is just because of what the Sigma represents. I take the pieces of people that I admire, and I try to embody that.
Yeah.
Like some of my brothers, they're all way better men than me.
Yeah.
So I try to, like, when I'm fucking up, I was like, what would he do? Or what would this guy do? Or
Exactly.
And I try to become that just to make myself better.
Can you tell me what's the story behind the Sigma?
The letter Sigma is just the sum of all. And mathematically, it just means the sum of all. So,
it's the symbol of all?
Yeah, sum of all. So a smarter person will be able to explain it to you, but that's just what the letter Sigma, the symbol means. And
so when you pull from it, you're saying that you like pull from like all sources.
All sources.
I love that.
That you come from.
Yeah,
that's what a Sigma does. He's the sum of all. He's I haven't been involved in so long. It's there's a saying that I'm only gonna find after the fucking podcast. Damn, it's good. Fuck. Yeah, we keep talking. It's gonna come.
Yeah.
But it's the organization is based on inclusion rather than exclusion.
I love that.
So there's all types of brothers.
Yeah.
Like that's what made it make sense to me, because it wasn't just black guys. Most of the other organizations were tough guys, or pretty boys, or the blurs, the smart nerds. You look at a Sigma, it was like there was white guys, black guys, Indian guys. One of the best experiences I had, we went to Georgia, and we heard it was an all Asian chapter, And I was like, yo, that's dope. We gotta go meet these brothers. It was like Fast and Furious in the middle of the South. They were like, yo, what's up, bro? They were our brothers.
Dude,
You know,
that's
they was just the whole chapter was just a bunch of bald headed Asian dudes, and they just showed us fucking love. We snuck into a step show together like ninjas. I was like, this shit was fucking dope.
Oh shit!
I was like,
what college did you go to?
Georgia Tech.
Georgia Tech. Oh
Georgia
shit!
Tech, it was like the whole. I was like, we went down there. They just showed fucking love.
That
I was
is
like,
so cool.
The Bumblebee. Is that Georgia Tech?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we went down there for a step show. And I was like, this is dope, man.
That is
You can
awesome.
go to different chapters and see a whole different type of brothers and experiences. And shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is dope.
I love that focusing on the all, because there's like an internet meme called the Sigma male.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've heard of it, but it's a derivative of the alpha male, and it's memed because the internet
I think
memes
I've seen
everything.
it. Yeah.
But like one of the things that it talks about is basically guys who don't fit into typical structures.
Absolutely.
Like so alpha beta is like a hierarchical structure. But like Sigma, as I understand it, is a guy who operates on the periphery, always just doing their own thing,
Yeah.
but in doing their own thing are very attractive and are in multiple different circles. And I with it being a meme and all, I am still just a meme,
Yeah.
and I feel like
It'd
that's
definitely be a Sigma.
that's how I feel. And if there was that when I won't say it went as far as like deeply considered, but there was a point in time where I was like, actually, I kind of like thought about it,
Yeah.
like, and the brotherhood, like all of them still keep in touch and everything like that. I keep in touch with all my Sigma friends, and I think the one thing you pointed this out with the diversity, you're right. I remember the alphas were pretty much straight up just black at my school, and I think and the thing is, a lot of the guys who were alphas were alpha guys. Like they hung out in a group and everything like that, and there's nothing wrong with it. But like
Some of my best friends from high school, alphas.
Yeah.
You know, and they thought that's the direction I was gonna go, but I went to this is sort of that where I found Sigma when I went to the Million Man March. I got lost from my group.
Yeah.
And I was walking over a hill and I just heard this chanting. I heard this
Yeah.
fucking. It was like it was coming from the heavens.
Yeah.
You know, they chanted, and I saw all these different brothers locked up, and I was like, who are they? And somebody was like, no, those are Sigmas. I was like, that's where I'm going.
Yes.
That just called to me, and as soon as
Ugh, I love that story,
as soon as I
bro.
went back to campus. I was like, who are the Sigmas? They were like, it was like they're the thugs. They're the thugs of the campus. And I was like, that's what I'm going.
That's so
I need
funny.
to be with the hardest dudes.
Yeah.
And they were cool. All of them were cool, and they were just men about their business. You know,
Yeah.
that was
Do you keep in touch with anyone?
yeah. I still talk to them. Not as much as I should, and I apologize. But there's some lost, but they're still my brothers, and they still take them with me everywhere I go. you
Yeah.
know? And they're the ones that got me through, all of my character building.
Dude, as men, we really need that. And like one of the things my dad talks about is like, he said when you're fighting, you're not fighting for anyone back at home. You're fighting for the guy next to you.
Yeah.
And like in serving combat. And he still says that like the types of relationships that he made during that time, there's a lack of depth to the relationships that he's cultivated afterwards, which makes sense. Their work relationships or whatever. But I think the Marine Corps is a type of fraternity, and what you're talking about is like these people are with you at a very critical time in your life, where you can make mistakes that fuck up stuff. You can do all this stuff, and they kind of shepherd you through that experience.
Yeah. Absolutely. And that's what I needed at the time, because I didn't have that male guidance on what a man was.
Yeah.
So being around them, being around all these different men,
Yeah.
with different experiences and different views on life, it was what I needed.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you, if I didn't go to college, like I would just be, because I'm not gonna say that my friends in high school weren't smart. There were definitely smart people amongst my group of friends in high school, but I would say that like they didn't fan the flames of my intellectual curiosity, and when I got to college, I had those fans flamed, and I realized of all the ways that I was still like kind of underperforming and just not reaching my potential intellectually. But that was only pointed out by being in a community. And that's a big thing that I think people are going to realize. This is the community is really fucking important. I think so Hegel, he's a German philosopher, and
I got him on my phone. I'm supposed to listen to it.
oh yeah, the phenomenology of spirit. Jimmy, what you listening to? I'm listening to the phenomenology of spirit.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
I downloaded a bunch of philosophers, like the 1 hour philosopher,
Oh.
and I downloaded
Oh.
a bunch of them on. I do Audible books. I don't read.
Yeah,
But,
I mean, and Hegel's a great person to start. One of the things.
Sir, wrap it up.
Yeah.
You don't have to wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
Not on my account.
No. I mean, we're going to anyway. You just walked in right on time.
Yeah.
Right on time to watch you wrap it up.
Time for you to jump on. You know, just jump on.
I got nothing to
I-
contribute to
nothing.
this.
But so, I just want to finish this thought because Descartes, who is another philosopher, had said like, I think therefore I am, or I doubt therefore I exist, and Hegel's response to it was, years later, right, like 100 years later, was like even the concept of doubting required another because it required language, right? It is that even that you would even be able to say that like I doubt therefore I am required a language set for you to exist, and so there is no existence outside of community in terms of knowing the self. And he talks about like this other kind of arcane story about the master-slave dialectic, but like to tie it back to this is I think a lot of people think they exist as individuals because our concept of luxury is very individualistic. You want to be by yourself, or you aspire to be like a monk. Monks are also in communities, and I think one of the things we have to keep at the forefront of discussion with such with technology like the Oculus and headsets and stuff like that is that community is important because we're not careful. Maybe not this generation that's being born now, but the generation coming up 10 years from now, they're all gonna be Oculus babies.
I won't allow it.
Yeah.
I'll be slapping those things off.
Get-
Get outside and play.
Yeah, play,
outside.
get dirty.
Get dirty. Go to the park.
Yeah, the theater matters.
Yeah, they're not going to enjoy this environment,
No.
on Oculus.
Yeah,
You know,
no.
Yeah, but they're not gonna miss
They're not gonna miss
this
it.
environment on an Oculus.
No,
Yeah.
like the kid that was here, like he's not going to,
Yeah, but that's an oddity.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
David's an oddity, yes. But also, you got to remember. I think we're moving more towards Wall-E.
Yeah.
Where
They're
we're
trying
all
to.
just sitting and relaxed,
Yeah.
and everything's
Yeah.
in front of you on a screen, and you can touch and
Well,
get anything delivered,
they-
and you can get food.
Yeah.
You can. I mean, they're making it so you don't have to ever.
Live. Live.
Yeah.
You don't have to do anything associated. Society's making it so that you can, you can have everything at your disposal, but have no ownership. Like that's like the weird part too. Is like, oh, everything can conveniently get to you, but like we have no concept of ownership moving forward, and that's like the weird thing.
And wait till we don't have to drive.
Oh my god. Yeah.
So you can sit. So all that downtime
Yeah.
that you had to concentrate driving can now be used to do something else, some other stimulus.
Yeah.
You know
So
what I mean?
something that's gonna make someone else money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, some things are good. But I'm always gonna want to be out on a bike.
Yeah, dude.
Now,
And we have to keep that. I'm telling you, we
even
have
if
to.
it's an electric bike, I don't have to. Pedal
Yeah, it's going to
that
be an
hard.
e-bike though. I mean, look, there's no stick shift cars anymore,
Yeah.
right?
They
So
stop making them.
they you have to actually pay extra to have them made.
Yeah.
It costs more to get a stick. It used to be cheaper to get a stick
You
shift.
should. I don't.
Now
I don't
now
wanna
it's now it
drive.
costs. I'm just saying, but
Yeah.
you're not going to have to drive.
Yeah.
All right, you're not going to have to do any of that. Everything is right. I mean, food and everything comes in a minute. Your groceries, you don't even
Absolutely.
go shopping groceries anymore. You don't have to do anything, and we're not using that. I don't even know how old you are,
Yeah.
but we're not using that shit.
Yeah.
I don't even call up and order ahead of time.
Really.
I'm pissed off because my dispensary is making me use a touch screen instead of walking up and taking it off the sheets like I used to.
Yeah.
So now it's like I might as well order it online and take
Yeah.
care of it before I get there.
Yeah.
But it's the same experience. I like the shopping experience. Now that I'm allowed to have it, they're taking it away already.
Already, because efficiency as a maximum for society leads to nothing happening.
Oh yeah, we got to fix
I
that.
hate the shopping experience because I always get profiled. So
Mm.
I'd rather Amazon Prime just bring it all to me. Like, this is what I want. That's what I want. That's what I want. Bring it to me.
Yeah.
And I will never have to. When I'm shopping alone, it's
I knew I
good.
forgot to do
But when I'm
something
shopping
today.
with a woman or somebody, because then I'm hiding under her umbrella.
Yeah, exactly.
She's asking for stuff.
Hey,
Do you
She's
shop or
getting
do you buy?
help. Do I shop?
I'm a guy. I buy. I don't shop.
Yep.
I
I buy. I go in.
Is the difference?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
shopping is perusing.
Oh no, I know exactly. Then I buy.
Yeah.
That's why I like Amazon Prime. I was like, click, 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 click. They was like, hey, remember you wanted these? You want more of these? Yeah, bring all that shit. Just, yep.
Definitely.
There's no judgment. There's no. I don't have to ask anybody at a meat counter.
No.
He was like, who you? You eat this and.
Do people say that?
Yeah, it's always a hassle. It's always a hassle. If I shop for clothes, I never get asked for help.
Mm.
Like I'll be standing. I went the other day to Sam Ash, and I was just standing there. Guys walking past me, they don't ask for help. And then a comedy friend came, and she was like, "Yeah, you can get some help." She was like, "Yeah, just, they came in and they handled it." I was like, "I never get help when I'm in."
That sucks.
I don't like that. I don't never need to go to this store. You can shut all that down.
Yeah.
Put it online. Everything's at a button.
Yeah. No, and the feeling, like, yeah, like, that's what sucks.
No, I don't like it. Maybe because I notice it. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I hate shopping. Yeah. You fit you. Yeah, we can wrap this up.
All right.
Tell them where they can find you.
At Bill Beteet on TikTok and Instagram, and then what's it called? The Holocron on YouTube. That's it, yeah.
Is that you're excited about that?
Yeah, that's my big project. So I'm like wrapping up a couple contracts right now, and so like those once those are done, I'm full speed ahead on that.
That's dope. We're here. This is the People's Mic. We'll be back tonight for the Jim and Peoples show at midnight. That's it. Who's performing tonight?
Oh, Law.
Law?
Yeah.
Ryan Long?
No, not Brian Law.
No, Law. Lawrence
Law.
Farrell.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
they'll be here. It's gonna be a dope night. We're gonna have fun, right?
They're sold out before you, so it's going to be
Oh
packed out.
shit! Hell
No,
yeah!
that's amazing.
Hell yeah!
Awesome.
That's fucking awesome. So we'll see you later. Enjoy your weekend. See you next week. Bye.
Peace.